What's good, everybody? It is 8 p.m. here in San Jose, Pacific Standard Time. You all know what that means. It is time for another episode of We Talk Those, a weekly NorCal-centric talk show coming to you 60 minutes every week on Tuesdays 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Got to drill that home. Get people in on that. What's good, everybody? I'm Chibzu. I'm your host, solo host most weeks until I get some more regular guests. But what is up? Happy to be here, coming to you here on April 2nd with episode number 9. So we've already been doing this for 9 weeks. Pretty crazy. Time flies when you're unemployed. Super weird. Highly recommend it, though. It's great. Happy to have everyone here. I already saw Dreaded in the chat. I already was mean to him for no good reason, which is not what you should do when you're trying to grow a viewership in a community, whatever. Love to have you here. Hi, everybody. Drinks up. Jack and Coke of the week. Gotta love it. Pause that. Yeah, so I don't think he's in chat yet. But my buddy Steve, I need to settle something. So we're gonna hear at the top of the show so we don't forget. As of last week, I did an Easter candy tier list, and he came at me pretty guns a-blazing, saying that Reese's Pieces are not as good as I thought, and that I was thinking of peanut butter M&Ms. So I went out and spent my hard-earned money, and I bought them both. They're unopened. I have not yet sampled. So we're gonna settle this real quick. And I'm gonna clip this or make it short or something just for Steve, because the homie came out swinging. So we need to settle this. I'm trying to think of what is the fairest order. Should I be fresh on the peanut butter M&Ms, since these are a lesser known quantity to me, and then I can switch over to, yeah, I think that's the order. We give the peanut butter M&Ms the fresh palate. Give them every advantage because, again, Steve, my buddy Steve, thinks I don't know what Reese's Pieces taste like. He thinks I am thinking of peanut butter M&Ms, which is not true because I have only ever bought these once or twice. So I know what a Reese's and I want to keep calling him Reese's Pieces. I know what a Reese's Pieces tastes like. I couldn't describe it to you, but I know what it is. Okay, so we're gonna do like 3 or 4. Okay, 4. Got 4 peanut butter M&Ms. I got a blue, 2 oranges, and a yellow. Not relevant, but full disclosure. I did just eat dinner, and I did just have a sip of Coke, but otherwise, coming into this with a fresh palate. So here we go. Peanut butter M&Ms down the hatch. Yep, that's Hershey's chocolate. Candy shell. And then you get a hit of peanut butter. Like, pretty good. Pretty good. And they're fatter than a regular M&M because you got peanut butter in there. Honestly, it's an engineering marvel that they got peanut butter in there, if you really think about it. This one just has an N on it. That's weird. Okay, this is a misprint. Might be worth money. But yeah, okay. So you get the Hershey chocolate. You get this like M&M right up front. And then the peanut butter takes a second to work its way in. So you get a cool like 2-phase experience. You know, there's steps. There's a depth. There's complexity. There's a journey. Kind of in the cocktail world. One channel I watch calls it the evolution of the drink as you go on. There's an evolution there. It's enjoyable. It's good. But absolutely not what I was thinking of when I was thinking of Reese's Pieces. Also, this is a real weird start to the show, but like I had to settle this. All right, so yep. These come in brown, yellow, and orange. They're way smaller than I remember. So I'm actually gonna grab like 6 of these. Again, I'm pretty sure just like M&M's, colors don't matter. Let me take a palate cleanser, sip of water. Hey, you sure did join the stream. Just watch me eat treats. This is part of the show, man. I got put on blast for my Easter candy tier list, and I have to defend it. Okay, the palate is cleansed. Warm it back up. Chocolate doesn't do well with cold. Yep. So it's not. I've never had to like try to describe this. It's not a peanut butter flavor, but it's definitely not chocolate. It is kind of silky smooth, like almost like a caramely peanut buttery kind of flavor. Like there's peanut butter in there, but it's not like peanut butter in a candy shell. It's not like a Buckeye. Well, that's chocolate and peanut butter, but it's candy shell, and then this weird, sweet peanut butter-esque kind of caramel, however you say it. That's a regional thing. I'm from a lot of regions. Don't want to hear it. Yeah, I'm gonna go back for another couple here because these are delicious. The M&Ms are absolutely a pure peanut butter experience. These are not, Reese's Pieces are not just straight up peanut butter. It is a weird take on peanut butter. But yeah, those are exactly what I thought they were. They're delicious. I don't know. I don't want to say one is better than the other because the peanut butter M&M is a very unique, different experience. And I would go for that differently and separately than I would for a Reese's Pieces. If I want a Reese's Piece, I'm going to get a Reese's Piece. But yeah, so to Steve, I had it straight. I knew what I was about. They're both good. I think I would take a Reese's Pieces over it because I don't like the M&M chocolate that much. And that's the first note you get. But yeah, so this is now a candy tasting channel. Welcome to We Cavity Those. No. All right, now we got a Jack and Coke palate cleanser into the show. Settled it. I can't wait for Steve's reaction to this because I'm gonna get some heat. But I did the research. I put in the legwork. I went to CVS and got candy. Spent $12 on the family share size because I didn't have the regular size of Reese's Pieces. Anyway, yeah, welcome to the show. Let's get started for April 2nd. Get into the normal meat of the show, the normal candy of the show. That was just the candy coating to get us started. Amuse bouche to get us into the show here. But yeah, otherwise, standard show here on out, I promise. So we're going to get into some news, get into some matches, upcoming locals, and then we have another tier list to end it with this week. Hopefully less controversial. I'm sure people will find some way to come at me for it, but good luck with that because it's a very me-centric list this week because this show is all about me, let's be honest. But yeah, let's get into some news. It's kind of a packed week. So just today, we got the Eddie Gordo and Tekken 8 patch, or maybe it was yesterday, but the servers were down all day. Yeah, it was yesterday. People had to play Street Fighter 6. It was bedlam, chaos. But Tekken 8 came out, and we got patch notes along with Eddie Gordo. I've not really looked into Eddie too much. I've seen a couple of things saying that he might be real darn good. But along with Eddie, we got patch 1.0.3, which is just this giant ping. Just this giant image. No, we're not going to get like text searchable patch notes. Why would we? But people have been coming out pretty critical of this patch. The only thing I've watched so far on it is a FeedEx video, and he is typically a pretty positive guy, and his video's fairly negative. So that kind of should tell you something when even the more positive members of the community are coming on being like, I'm not sure I agree with this. The big thing is that they took away wall breaks and floor breaks after certain situations. So wall breaks and floor breaks have gotten way different. They removed some like back turn combo opportunities. So they have kind of removed some combo expression and like combo creativity and things that you can lab, which is FeedEx's kind of take on it that, oh, lab monsters kind of got hit here. In terms of character stuff, not a lot. Like my character Brian got a fix for one of his wall enders to try to avoid. Sometimes the other character would just like shoot to the other side of the stage. It was really annoying. You would lose wall. So a lot of like little fixes like that. Uh, the changes were kind of for like Devil Jin and a couple other people who could force enders in a certain way that just led to absurd damage. So they just removed the entire cast's ability to do that ender instead of just like Devil Jin's, which is very strange. So yeah, a lot of criticism coming out for this. Apparently, King, who's already a menace, kind of got some buffs, and someone was saying like Ling kind of sort of got buffs, but at the very least, she didn't get nerfed, and she's very strong. So a kind of questionable patch. This is our big. The previous patch was supposed to be kind of minor and not. Let's not shake things up too much. We're just going to fix a couple things like Victor's Throw, which was obviously broken. Yeah, dreaded a Kazuya player saying Kazuya also got hit because of the Devil Jin stuff. So not a great response from the community. It seems like they're maybe painting with too broad of strokes to address micro issues, but they decided to hit the entire game system instead. Changing how wall breaks and floor breaks work is kind of a big change. So I get why people are upset. I played a little bit today. I couldn't really tell the difference, but I'm super not optimized for wall and floor breaks, so I'm not the right person to really talk about that. But it is a little strange that they swung so hard on a universal mechanic change so early in the game's life cycle. But, you know, you got to trust that they kind of know what they're doing and they have a broader picture in mind, but we'll see. Yeah, pretty substantial set of patch notes. Definitely a bigger pass that they took, and the community isn't super loving it, unfortunately, but hopefully it is kind of for the greater good. We'll see. Who knows? This game has a lot of years ahead of it, so I'm personally not worried. It is annoying to like relearn combos and situations if you've been grinding it out. Fortunately, I haven't been labbing shit, so like whatever. I'll still keep doing the suboptimal combos I've been doing, whatever. I just got told today by a better Brian player that I am not playing correctly, so I win. Sucks for all you tryhards who actually got good combos. Next, we got another Killer Instinct update. I think I talked about this last week that it got teased for the developer stream. This is mostly cosmetic. So I watched the dev stream. This isn't super concise. But I watched the dev stream. It was mostly a big reveal that they did a bunch of new colors. I'm not super familiar with Killer Instinct's customization system, but they brought out new colors for a bunch of costumes so you can do further customization or something. But a big update there. They also enabled ranked crossplay. Crossplay, you say? Interesting. They also added 2 stages that aren't like online play legal. They did a debug. There's a debug void stage that they use for like as a hack for the credits they've enabled, and then you can also use the training stage. So they added 2 stages that were kind of sort of already in the game, a bunch of cosmetic changes, a ranked crossplay update. So like again, these are big, significant updates. They're putting out, you know, kind of sort of new content for a 10-year-old game. They increased the character and profile caps as well, so people have something else to grind for. Like again, that's a weird update for a 10-year-old game. They fixed some mic issues. I don't know what Shadow Lords is, but they adjusted like some end boss so that it's easier to unlock some stuff. And then they did a little bit of balance changes. Mostly they called out Hisako got hit because she was overperforming in the metrics. But that also means they are watching match metrics and adjusting and trying to keep the game healthy, which again, if you look at any other 10-year-old game, they are not doing that. So again, this just even more strongly iterates Iron Galaxy is cooking something that they can't talk about yet. And it's gonna come out eventually. Clearly there's some marketing date or something that they're pushing towards, that they're getting the game into better shape and everything for. So there's something coming. On top of this, also during the dev stream, they announced that they are prize pool sponsoring 3 major events, I think it was. They can't say what they are yet, but they did say they are reviving some amount of prize support for a 10-year-old game at 3 community events. Like, something is coming. I think Fong is the one that kind of said, yeah, it's probably like, it's going to come out on PlayStation. It's going to come out on new platforms and get an influx of new players, which would also make sense for raising the level caps to give the vets something to grind for. So super interesting, super weird. It's crazy that Iron Galaxy has done like 3 updates now and they still can't say why, but exciting nonetheless. There's not another game out there like Killer Instinct, so it's cool to see it getting some love, some new content, some things to play, reasons to get booted back up and get back into it. So super weird, but awesome. All the best to them, and I hope we get to find out why soon, because I think we're all very curious. Next, this is a pretty minor one. There's a Japanese tweet from Street Fighter JA saying Akuma is going to be playable at some event in April, at the start of April, so we will likely see some creator content coming out of that as people grab, you know, like shaky cam footage from their phone, and we'll get some impressions on what he is and what he does, and then inevitably the YouTubers will do frame by frame analysis to try to figure out what his frame data is and all this. So we will likely get some new Akuma info very soon. Whatever, I was not familiar with the Japanese event that he's playable at, so yeah, beautiful lad indeed. What a good thumbnail also. Like, whoever made this thumbnail's so good. I thought this thumbnail would like do good numbers for me, and it got nothing, but I'm still very proud of it. But yeah, so hopefully there's going to be an influx of Akuma information soon. I know some people are excited for him and kind of waiting for him. He's always good. It'll be shocking if he's not good. And he's always a fun alternate take on a Shoto with more options and things. So if you think Ryu or Ken are boring, but you like the idea of, you know, sure, you can Fireball Tatsu, Akuma's kind of your guy. No big surprises there. Yeah, so he's hopefully about to get a bunch more information coming on that. Staying on the Capcom and Street Fighter train, if you remember some number of weeks ago, I don't even remember when at this point, Capcom put out a survey asking for a bunch of community feedback and, hey, what do you guys want to see and all of that. So then this week, they put out a word cloud of responses. Investigation using user local large capacity text mining tool. Like, it's a word cloud, it's not. They're overselling it. Weird that Capcom is like the biggest. Like, why is everyone saying Capcom in their feedback? But pretty cool that they are showing this. Not a lot of thank you being big is weird, but yeah, what so Street Fighter's pretty big in here. I thought the big thing was, oh yeah, Darkstalkers in the bottom. I can actually pull that up a little bit bigger for everyone. So Darkstalkers is pretty big down here. Resident Evil obviously huge. A lot of people still clamoring for Mega Man, which I get, but also I love Mega Man. That's not true. My second AOL email address was Mega Man based. I was in a Mega Man RP in AOL. My headphones just died also, 1 second. So like, I love Mega Man. I think we as fans have to let Mega Man go. Inafune going off and making Mighty Number 9 and it being a train wreck is kind of all you need to know. He had lost the plot on Mega Man, and I don't think anyone at Capcom understands it. So really, I think it's in the hands of indies at this point, Mighty Gunvolt and things like that. Anyway, that's a really big tangent on like, I love Mega Man. I think we should let it go. You know, Dino Crisis, Code Veronica has a big call out, but it does seem they got some people asking for some fighting game stuff, and they are acknowledging it. So that is, you know, a net good. So hopefully we get something with Darkstalkers, because, you know, or Mega Man X Net Battle. I don't know what that means. I would take another Mega Man Battle Network. I don't know about Net Battle. I think they could pull off like another Battle Network or another whatever, but I don't like Mega Man X. I don't like that entire franchise. I think that was all a mistake. Mega Man Zex was a nightmare. So give me the old derpy little sprite guy. I don't need X. But anyway, more communication from Capcom is always good. And fighting game players got Darkstalkers into a fairly good sized word here in the large capacity text mining tool that they used. So exciting. Obviously, there's no promises, there's no guarantees that we're gonna get anything from that. But definitely good that people showed up and showed what they wanted. Also, like, why is Dino Crisis so big? I'm a Dreamcast diehard. Dino Crisis is like not that important, all things considered. It'd be cool to have another one, but we also got what? Oh, I played like 10 hours of it. It just came out. It's an arena dino shooter, and like it's not great. Anyway, Capcom's in a weird place. Keeping on the Street Fighter train, there's gonna be a Monster Hunter collab after the Mega Man collab Battle Pass. We're getting Monster Hunter stuff. So there's a whole 20th anniversary. Can't believe Monster Hunter's 20 years old. We're gonna get a bunch of content, and there is a trailer to check out. So we're gonna check that out. Gotta get Blanca-chan in there. This is how it is. There was a Street Fighter collab as well, so this is not too unexpected. The Monster Hunter costumes in 5 were quite good, but it seems like we're getting mostly Avatar stuff, which very funny that you can equip the fish like right on. But if we don't get something that can be used in non-Avatar battles, kind of less interesting. I jumped into Avatar battles for the first time, like ever, a week or two ago. The people that are like max level are not to be fucked with. So I'm not super interested in this, but it's cool. Look at the little Palicos, the Rathaloses. So this is the Avatar battle. The giant health bars. I might have to buy the Monster Hunter dance, let's be honest. Anyway. Yep, so Avatar gear. I don't know what classic. Oh, there's going to be a new classic game of the show. Yeah, the emote will be good. New music, new titles, photo frame. Again, I don't really engage with Avatar or the story mode stuff, but it is good that they're continuing to do that. I think the casual market is pretty big, and the people who do care about that stuff. So if that's what they have to do to keep the game alive and healthy, great. I would love to see more actual character costumes instead, but any sport is better than no support, so can't complain. Cool. That is your news dump. Oh, we're already 25 minutes in. So now we're gonna look at some top 8. Switch that over. Come over here. Yep. Okay. All right. Yep. So local top 8s that happened in the last week. Looking at results and slides and all that good stuff. Madhouse had their monthly. This one's a little weird because their next monthly is like this week, I think, in the upcoming events section. So I'm not really sure what their scheduling is like, but this is the Madhouse Monthly in San Jose it's at like a Philharmonic event space. It's very strange. That I shouldn't say that. It's not strange. Good for them for providing a cool venue. I don't know what it's all about. I have not been, but they ran 4 games. The only 2 that got a big enough turnout are Tekken and Street Fighter 6. Shout outs to the 2 guys that wanted to play Mortal Kombat. I see you. I'm sorry that the NRS community sucks and doesn't show up for events. But yeah, so we got a Tekken and Street Fighter. For Tekken, we got Dark, which is a new name. I didn't fact check myself. I should have, now that I think about it. Dark at first. Fist of Fury coming in at second. Gonna say that's Maverick X, maybe a Mega Man reference. At third, my boy DJ Norb at fourth. Fifth, we got Side and Diamonds, and then seventh, Jayford and J-Roll. So we got double J's in seventh. Also, Side, Diamonds, Jayford, and J-Roll are all names that I don't recognize, so kudos to them. Showing up, getting top 8. For Street Fighter 6, we got some familiar names. We got Kudo Kiba, we got Zombified and DJ Norb in first, second, and third, respectively. Let's go Norb. Nothing Man, one of the TOs for King's Cup, often coming in at fourth. Low Key Flexin, Sly Coco at fifth. Names we've definitely seen, and then another Drunken Master Burn Notice, and Khan the One at seventh. Don't recognize Khan, but good shit to all of you. And so for this, I pulled out Nothing Man versus Zombified because A, I haven't seen Zombified in a bracket, and B, Nothing Man is a TO, and TOs deserve all the love and adoration, so I want to check this out. Nothing Man also plays Dulcim, which is kind of uncommon, and Zombified is playing Manon, who is, you gotta respect them if they're still playing them, because she has struggles, so we're checking out Nothing Man versus Zombified. Let me get this. Yeah, and this is from their YouTube channel. They're at Bay Area Madhouse on Twitch and YouTube. Check them out.
Is this real or is this a weird button check?
Yeah, like I don't know if I've ever seen Manon and Dulcim play.
So we got Manon versus a Sim. Actually, I think they're not reversed. Okay.
Big parry.
Yeah, bro, we're on the right sides.
Abusing that medium punch.
I've actually seen both of these guys on
Great teleport check.
Oh, really?
Whoa.
Did you see that?
Slide went under
His low profile?
DI. Another DI.
Dude, he doesn't need more.
Zombified swinging.
You guys are wrong. Okay.
Yeah, Nothing Man has always made Dalzim seem like
Okay. Yep.
everything's okay.
Regular Manon combos.
He's really good,
But
actually.
there are some big problems with this character. I think
Yeah,
could be
I
addressed.
agree. One day he will switch out.
Ooh, got the hit, but no
Necro gets
no
him.
follow up.
Right.
Shout out to Dirt Strike.
They just replace it.
All right. Nothing Man doing just Dulcim stuff.
It's like, wait, he's grayed out.
Yeah.
He's just
He blocked the
Like, is that Mr.
drive reversal, but no punish, and then spent meter.
Oh, that would be such a sick mod.
I
Dude, someone do
I
it.
have played Nothing Man. I feel like he
That'd be fire.
should be winning this.
Hey,
to break the law?
Manon player's playing a little sloppy here.
Missy Marin.
Big DI, no counter DI.
Wait, jackets.
Oh, blocks.
Raise
Drive reversal again. Good punish this time. All right.
I bid you a-
Never mind. Zombified doing well.
Yeah, see?
Wow.
Oh, the pixel.
Oh,
And call it low. All right.
that was
Low board.
crazy. Yeah, that was tight. And good.
Nothing Man does not look pleased.
whiff to bait the level
Yeah.
3. That's really good. One to the board for Zombified. Oh my god.
Jump throw.
Throw looks like so like anticlimactic.
No, not a great conversion there on the drive rush normal.
And then not even doing command grab.
Pestering him low.
Regular ass throw.
Big teleport in.
This is exactly like James.
Fire up
Doesn't
whiffs.
rely on the
Ah!
mouse, which is pretty cool. Just solid.
Really feel like Nothing Man. Something's not quite right here. Good DI break.
And gets the wall splat combo.
Okay, close it out.
That was crazy, actually.
It's
Good,
not-
good.
It's not a church.
I hate Dulcim, but I do appreciate seeing a less represented character, so, you know.
I love that. See, that's
Give and
always gonna
take.
be the meme now. All right. Oh my god, and that worked out.
We're gonna get rid of the drug dealers.
Pop some Reese's Pieces. Oh, man, what up, Steve?
Sell drugs.
I addressed your criticisms at the top of the show if you didn't catch it.
It's been a minute.
I don't know if that was.
Or you can cut it on YouTube, I don't care. So good.
I know what you're saying.
I don't think no, her regular throw.
Nothing Man keeps burning out, which is not
Grab.
great against Manon.
Breezy, I would know my character.
I've got
That's gonna kill.
Yeah.
I don't remember it.
She does a Kimura lock when she does the back throw.
It's like a lot of Manon's pressure isn't
Yeah.
really that scary or real,
And this
but once you're burned out and she gets those extra plus frames, she's a lot scarier.
Zombified.
So
Sir.
I'm curious why he keeps burning out.
See, I want to like Manon, but yeah, coming from Laura, it's just not the same. I'm sorry.
Yeah, ask
True, Manon and Laura are not the same character.
Is that right?
Finally reacts to the DI.
The last frame of that drive impact. Teleports out. Nothing Man starting to apply the pressure. Wow, gets out of the DI.
Is that gonna connect?
Yeah.
Oh
Okay.
my god, and he gets a setup.
The level 1.
Ooh, snipes him out of the air.
Nerf him.
All right, yeah, Nothing Man.
Wait, what?
Oh, but his controller
There's a disconnect?
disconnected?
Nothing Man
And Zombified not slowing down.
had a disconnect with the controller, just cost him the game.
Oh.
Oh.
Unfortunate
What?
situation. I like that.
Okay, actually,
It's the best. It's the best song.
At least I edited it down. Well, that's a bummer of a match to pull out. I was rooting for Nothing Man. He's chill. He's always fun to talk to at King's Cup. Had the controller DC. I think he's better than that Manon player, but kudos to Zombified for the win. I'm not really supposed to talk shit, but I was rooting for the TO because TOs deserve all the love. So Madhouse ran another monthly this past weekend. They run Central Coast Salty Saturdays. That is a monthly down in Salinas. So, again, Street Fighter and Tekken were the only two brackets that kind of brought enough entrants to be interesting. But we've got a new name at top. So YJK. Don't think we've seen that name for Street Fighter. FDS underscore. I don't know why you have an underscore in there. Taken second. Kong the One at third. So that's the first, second, and third that I don't think we've seen before, which is cool. But Low-Key Flexin coming in at fourth, which is a name we see a lot. So that says something about kind of YGK, FDS, and Kong the One. Then we got Grodzilla and OSK at fifth. Apple Juice, I'm pretty sure I got that right, and that's not a typo. And Mr. Technical at seventh against Street Fighter 6. Then they also ran Tekken 8, and so Paul Z made it down to Salinas. Pretty sure he's kind of San Jose area, so good on him for making it down. Taken first. Pegasus at second. Richter at third. Dark, who we've seen, taken fourth. OSK and Do-chan at fifth. Good name, Do-chan. Raccoon Pie, another good name. And Olimar831. If that's a Smash player, I got my eye on you. Mr. Olimar. Yeah, so that's Central Coast Salty Saturdays. And unfortunately, this time, they did not have a stream. Oop, nope, come back. So instead, I have pulled out Dark's stream, who we saw in both brackets. Looking at the wrong camera. I was looking over here. I should be looking over here. Yeah, pulled out Dark because he showed up in both brackets and he did well at Central Coast Salty Saturdays. And this also gave us a chance to see J-Roll. So, this is Tekken 8. Again, this is at Madhouse Monthly, not as Salinas. Central Coast Salty Saturdays in Salinas. Freaking tongue twister, man. But this is Dark, who we saw at Central Coast Salty Saturdays. Yep, so we got Dark versus J-Roll. This is also from the Madhouse YouTube channel. Dark playing Reina, J-Roll playing Victor. So I'm already rooting for Dark here. Victor be crazy.
But look, Dark has been maining Tekken. He loves it. He loves his Tekken. That's what I like to see. And look,
Caught him with the big teleport.
no slouch. His Victor's looking hot. Nice.
Victor's looking hot. Oh, great whip punish on whatever the Victor decided to throw out full screen.
Just driving his face into the ground. Try it 35. Yeah, the wall didn't make an appearance tonight. Yeah, I'm surprised.
Ooh, armor into armor. Man. Victor players, am I right? Great pickup on that hit. So Dark knows his situations, but didn't get anything off the wall. Did the rolly thing? Oh. Jab jab? Yeah, that doesn't work. Takes the grab for the easy kill. Yeah, jab jab rage art is a weird choice. Yeah, and the double armor is.
All right,
Gerald's playing a little silly, I'll be honest.
this is the strongest player we've seen on stream today so far.
Another good pickup. Stomp him.
Convincing this take.
Grab him.
He's been so
Okay.
Yeah.
Ooh, the Hell Sweep miss, but still got the follow-up hit. Okay, more armor. Get the health back. Get the pressure. A punish. Okay, Serena's got easy mission shit now. Wait, where did her rage go? She must have tried to finish her and got interrupted. Okay, so they both have rage. Oh, untechable.
Dark to get it. I wonder if Try It is one of Dark's employees.
Oh, that's gonna be
Yeah,
first
good
match
stuff for
just
Dark.
like that.
Madhouse Dark. Ever since he put the name,
Yeah, I mean, come down to San Jose, Reddit.
godlike,
Come compete. We got all the events, apparently.
you know?
It's like a buff of sorts.
Alright, so that was game 1 for Dark.
Yeah.
Very nice by Madhouse Dark. The
Pretty
range
clean.
is beautiful.
He had really good conversions on that straight hit that he was getting. Good wall awareness. Playing pretty well. Gerald playing a little crazy, for being honest. Armor into armor is a choice.
Exactly.
Power Crush? Power Crush. That's what it's called.
And they're both new characters. Big
Alright.
Red and
Oh, big launch.
They've already become pretty popular. Like
Gun.
these days.
Gun.
That's pretty interesting.
Right.
That means that goes to show Tekken. They create some great
Ooh.
new characters.
That wall hit there. Sent him flying.
They're still fresh
Stomp.
all these years.
Yeah, 442.
Beautiful pickup. And look,
So Gerald's just kind of throwing armor out anytime he's like
bad anymore.
done being pressured.
He looked decent the last.
We'll see if Dark adjusts here.
Dark's still putting that pressure on.
Ooh, caught a.
The first round.
He caught armor with 112.
Madhouse
So the Power Crush must not have been active yet.
first to two.
So Dark's just being a bully.
Damn.
442 into a command grab.
Little trick.
442 into nothing.
Nice, dude. Dark
So really rotating his options well here.
That's when you know a Tekken player.
Yeah.
He's feeling the most confident. He's like, I'm just gonna run
But
through
that's
my
exactly
opponent.
what
Woo!
Western players need to do. They need to keep that pressure
Got the
going.
wall.
Okay, wall break.
Ball juggles up.
Nice.
One less hit.
That one big hit. That's
Big duck. No punish though.
Damn, Dark trying to
Nice
open up
grab.
J-Roll, but J-Roll with the deep.
I like that grab option.
What should do it? What's it gonna be?
Trying to go for
Beautiful
an
block.
over. Oh,
Alright, Dark.
South back. Oh my god, no way he's gonna come back
No,
from
he's
this
got
one.
Dark fighting his way out. Ducks the bullet.
he doesn't-
Rage Art's the
Oh, that-
teleport?
And he's
Yo, Dark.
But it's
Oh
definitely
no.
My man, that was sick.
gonna be at a disadvantage.
He's not dead, but like, that's gonna send a message.
Health right now. This could be dangerous.
Oh, with the grab.
Right now. Ooh,
Still alive.
nice
Okay.
throw.
There it is.
Finally caught him low.
J-Roll's in
I
the
like
game
what I
now.
saw there. That
man
needed
is-
to
But Dark definitely showing that like you have to earn this.
'cause he would
That's
have
what we
been
like to see.
J-Roll would have been in trouble there.
Hey, Purified Lean is saying I look like a dripped out Tekken character. Which Tekken character? I would say Negan from
Yeah, I
Tekken
see.
7?
It's a leather jacket.
Ooh, I don't know if I've seen that throw before.
You look
Alright, J-Roll's putting some damage on the board.
stuff. Night of Living Dead.
Oh boy. Yeah, 4424.
Who created it all?
Counter.
Yep. Rest in peace.
Oh, how did that low whiff?
Yes, sir, Atlanta, sir. And look, J-Roll is actually adapting really well. He's doing
Grabbed him.
good against Dark now.
No,
That's
this
two.
is Good.
He can't seem to get his offense going like he did the first match. He's J-Roll has better defense now.
Maybe Dark's
Better
light
answer.
has been extinguished.
What?
Oh,
But that
God.
would mean Dark is strong.
Yeah, I don't.
Maybe his light has been exposed. I don't know.
Oh,
I'm not sure I fully have figured out what J-Roll's doing differently here.
Smith. Oh,
Dark bringing it to J-Roll.
Armor again.
J-Roll has so much health
Oh,
he can
man,
gain back.
he just wasted his
Look at all the
rage
gray
right
bar
now,
on
though.
J-Roll's life.
Oh, was that a
Man,
punish?
I don't know about that,
Okay.
J-Roll. Oh,
He just-
A lot of gray health. Yo, just send it? Yep.
Oh man,
He's
he
tired of it.
So he's not dead, but
made a name for himself right
pretty similar life here.
He's tired of this.
Where does any soon more buttons? Hmm.
Oh, that's not
One
even
hit
killing.
left.
Oh, that came way closer to killing than I thought. Oh, and then it's got to be a missed input on that up forward one.
What a clutch way to close that round out.
All right, so if Dark wins this, set's over.
Dark is on set point.
Yeah,
But J-Roll
Frame
can
trap.
bring this back. Beautiful grab.
nice
Oh
way.
my
Hitting that.
gosh.
I think he's 100% on that grab.
J-Roll is never out of it just yet. He knows how
Oh,
to keep
nothing
it
off that
going.
launch, dog. You gotta convert.
This is J-roll we're talking about. Oh my god, no way. Dark.
Okay, good pickup. He's got the life lead.
It just keeps going. He's a master.
So is Dark gonna stay in?
Grab and into the grab. Nice. Oh my god.
Yeah, he's just forcing the issue. Okay, back off. He's against the wall. Oh,
Oh no, the grab and Dark.
Dark taking it.
damn.
Hard fought battle, but
Damn.
Fought back hard though.
yeah. Good stuff to Dark. Moving on. It's all that round.
Yeah, good. Kind of comeback from the Victor player there, J-roll. He almost ran it back, but didn't quite close it out. So again, those are both from the Madhouse Monthly. That was not from Selena Central, but Dark showed up in both brackets, so I kind of fudged the show a little bit because I had to. But yeah, no stream for the Central Coast Salty Saturdays, unfortunately. But, you know, we make it work. Cool. So last but not least, going to one of our weeklies here. So Guildhouse, again, they run every game every week, which is amazing, and they get good numbers. So Guildhouse really seems to be thriving right now, which is awesome to see. So Tekken, which is on Tuesdays, we got Nandito the Bandito taken first. See that name a lot, as well as Gray at second. Jam, three exclamation points. Make sure I got it right. Third, Fran999. Fourth, Turtleific, great name. Big Nate at fifth. 10 question marks at seventh, along with Melos. I still hate this question mark name. Please have a real gamer tag. Because like, how do you even like interact with people? Like, oh hi, I'm 10-time question. I'm question. Like, it's just, it doesn't work. It doesn't work. You have broken it down. Steve coming back from the VOD saying, tell me in 7 days which bag is empty. It's gotta be Reese's Pieces, dude. Like, they're fucking good. But we can't get into that right now. Anyway, so that's Tekken over at Guildhouse. That's on Tuesdays. Unicycle had a pretty solid size bracket. So first we had Mario, second Prem, third Snappy. I think those are all pretty common names that we see up there. Fourth, we got Aethernum. So good on you for showing up. Gideon, the 209th, and Kita at fifth. Definitely seen Gideon before. I don't know if we've seen Kita. Simo and Banjo at seventh. Pretty common names. Shout outs to all of them. And then the last we're covering, which is Strive. It's pretty common names here. Apology Man at first. Afo at second. Over Jonathan Tene at third. So Afo showing up. Radiance at fourth. Kaijo Boy and Mooser at fifth. Chapter, not sure which, and Jackal at seventh. So some pretty common names here. Cool to see someone taking Jonathan Tene down, who's, you know, a nationally recognized player. So from here, come back. Pulled out. I keep forgetting that I already have the tabs ready. I pulled out Jackal and Chapter. I don't think we've seen Chapter before. Jackal has definitely been on the list. Not sure if we've featured them on the show. Get my attribution right here. Not trying to steal any content, you know. Gotta give credit where it's due.
But I will say
So yeah, this is from Guildhouse. They're just at Twitch and YouTube at Guildhouse. I think we have seen Jackal because I've pulled out Faust before. But Chapter playing Pink Ram, which I don't think we've seen.
And so far, it's not looking good. Looking like, well, he's gonna
Ram has always been strong, and I feel like you don't see a lot of them outside of like Nando. Zando, not Nando. So these are two characters with big old buttons. Not really sure where people are on Ram these days, but she's always been strong. She has the rock now, which is crazy. She has like a pseudo projectile. Faust being a bully. Gets combo, can't burst. Oh! Drops. This is really good. YRC. Seems like Chapter hit a button there after YRC, which is bold.
It's gonna be round 1 going to Jackal.
Yeah, yep, got caught by 6H.
Flipped by the 2K and then counter hit by the far slash. And Jackal is just kind of taking control so far, but that.
Yep, tried to dump the Afro.
Get Ramlethal out of the corner and she's gonna start her pressure.
Yeah, let the whole Rekka series rock. Got punished for it. Wonder why.
Gold burst out.
Gold burst?
Nice JPs.
Okay.
Burst out just to get out of the corner.
I
think that was supposed to be Scarecrow.
He had a lot of meter. He could have gotten that burst.
Yeah, I wonder if Faust dies. Actually,
Said the commentator, who is a shitty Guilty Gear player. That doesn't kill. Oh, that does still kill. Okay.
wall break damage. That's crazy. Ramlethal Valentine damage, especially from that.
So even with the nerfed, like, super wall damage, that still killed. They didn't know. Spent both swords. Got him back with the... I forget what that move is called. But the forward moving kicky boy. ERC 6P, man, just on top of it. Force the burst. Snipe the bomb with the sword? Okay, Chapter's clearly played some Fausts before. Hold out teleport, combo, into the Ultraman. Damn. Damn, Chapter.
Well, that was a game.
You clean as fuck. God, I gotta make it out to Guildhouse. I don't have an excuse. I say this every week. Okay, Scarecrow, but backed off. There's the new rock move. Oh, meteors.
I think Jackal a little too late to really do some real mix.
Really good use of the air flippy kick thing. Changes trajectory and move a little bit. Mix. Minus. No punish, but gets his turn back.
He likes to make himself punishable on block.
Yeah, Chapter seems really comfortable with this matchup. I wonder if he plays with Apology Man a lot, or maybe even Jackal. I don't know. Oh, Afro's out. Alright, we're gonna see, yep, Afro love. Weight coming down. Yeah, Chapter doing a lot of low air dashes to get around items. Ooh, caught him with the rock.
Some close slashes will also hit him, depending on spacing.
Yeah, Rekka RC, wall break.
So maybe we've seen the 6P already.
Wallet assault, take the hard knockdown.
YRC out.
Ooh, YRC didn't get punished.
Wow, that JS is
Oh, surprise.
demon move. Sword toss gonna keep him in the corner.
Good sword toss pressure.
Throw and a 6H RC.
Frame trap off the 6H.
The sword is gonna be
Damn.
off, and I'm rejoined by Mr. Aphodios.
Dude, quickest 2 of my life.
Okay, hammer come down.
No, I got O2, sorry.
okay,
my
my
bad.
The
That's okay.
aerial flippy kick doing work
Like a
still.
2-0, maybe.
Bayonet peel. Oh, backdash the command grab.
Jackal actually just
Almost got to make use of the trumpet combo, but got
Incredibly fucked up.
mini fausted. Mortabato, baby.
However, that was really funny. Dude, RC'd and still got counter hit.
That was
Why
punish.
did you do that? Like,
Huh.
you saw the super
So he
coming
did some weird ender that wasn't safe.
like that.
Caught 6P with the sword. Yeah, Chapter's just cooking, man. He is not afraid of this Faust.
Now it's
So
up,
generally, if you want to 6B the sword, you can.
now it's up 2-0 Chapter. Onto Buddy Daddy Jason.
Buddy Daddy, Jason.
Oh, lost the combo because of the weight coming down.
Nice 6B though.
Big
We do
6P.
have like reputable sources saying this matchup sucks for Faust.
Yeah.
And I have to agree.
Yeah, not being able to mix back and not eat a far slash is probably tough for Faust.
I would not call
Good
it
combo.
well right now. His first
Yo, Chapter's kind of cracked.
immediately reversal super.
You gotta show him. You gotta show it. Show it off.
Jackal's, you know, kind of overextending, trying to make things work, and just like
Yeah, that's true.
Chapter's just catching him.
Yeah, he's. I mean, you've already seen it.
Woo!
Oh my god, that was
Caught him with
so
a hammer?
into-
Mortabato the command grab.
Meeting
Damn.
against Mortabato just like that. Come on, dude. Yeah,
Mortabato's so
meters, you
good.
gotta think about it for a bit. Now look at it. Now
Okay,
tornado,
6P mix.
2H,
Oh, meteor coming down.
That was throw for sure.
Didn't get hit by that?
Yeah, he had.
God, Guilty Gear. What is your problem?
That's okay.
over. Okay, finally challenges the flip kick.
Yeah.
Okay, wild assault combos.
Little drop, but that's okay. 5K wall break. That's
Yeah,
done.
triple 5Ks right there.
Yeah. Positive 100 meter. What do you do? 2K to nothing. Got hit.
Oh.
You could have super there. That would have been great. Nice use. Just
Oh, spent the
Little
burst.
But
Oh, got him with the
now.
Yeah,
giant overhead.
in the corner. Wire C. Yeah.
Chap-
2 peaks.
Chapter, what are you?
Nothing.
And you pressed?
Saving grace.
Dog, what are you
I
doing?
didn't get the burst advantage. Dude, Minifaust is running away. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah, Minifaust just preventing him from doing anything.
Pattern, right?
Yeah, it's
Dude,
like
that burst is
forward,
wild.
back, forward, all the way,
Yeah,
right?
what a hero indeed. Like,
All you know is it goes the direction.
big 2S to start.
Facing initially.
Got bananas on deck.
Nice. Dude, I think he was more
Oh, just run up grab off the counter hit. All right.
I forgot. I think it's more plus.
Yep. Eat this pressure.
Lost the hit stun on the.
Oh, missed the
That's the
throw
first
though.
back throw incident I've seen.
That's
Huh.
crazy. These two are very good at backdoor people. I'm not gonna lie.
Again, that air flippy kick just
That is,
catching him off guard.
saying that they're scrubs.
No,
Catching him on
he was
autopilot.
good at it. Oh, nice. Dude, that was.
Oh
that
no,
was
Mini
a piece of
Faust.
Lucky advance for Jackal. That was fantastic.
All right, into the super. There are
All right, Jackal might win this. Oh, landed on his own.
And then the
Banana
RC
peel.
kick
I don't think he's
won't
dead.
kill, so
He's got
another
Wild
one.
Assault.
Wild assault is still won't kill. And we're
So
gonna
he's got positive now.
one interaction for both players.
It's like 4 interactions.
And
4 Faust. And
Tries to be
Faust
cheeky
does
with the teleport.
it, but he doesn't.
and
That's burst baited. Was that a teabag? Little teabag?
Burst baited. Very good.
no,
Look at him laugh.
no
He's out here.
Yeah, that flip,
immediately
jump flip off of
him just laughing.
Ram definitely won him a lot of interactions
For what it's worth,
that
they were
game.
close to the
Which is weird because I think
This
Faust
looks
6P
close from when I started playing.
should still be fine against that because it hits so high, but he must have been hitting it early or committing to something else and just did not adapt. But yeah, Ram is a tough matchup for a lot of people.
Come on, man. You don't
Faust
even matter.
probably know.
They're not even in this building though.
No different. Yeah, all right. So that is our locals top 8 roundup. So next we have upcoming locals for the week. Yeah, use this. Man, still question myself on how I run the show. Alrighty. So upcoming events for the week of April 1st. So we got Slugfest at YouthNet and presumably Tech City Tekken. There's no Start GG page yet for Tech City Tekken, but I didn't see anything in Discord or on Twitter that said it's not running. But there is only a Start GG page for Slugfest. Guildhouse, as far as I know, running all 3 of their locals, Tekken 8, Strive, Street Fighter 6 on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, respectively. Otherwise, this weekend is pretty stacked. Madhouse Monthly, as I mentioned earlier, is running April 4th already. So they're running real close to each other. That's on Thursday. Providence will be at Magitech Games on Saturday, April 6th. And then Slashback, which is a big anime event over at Guildhouse, is going to be running Saturday and Sunday. So that's April 6th and 7th. On top of that, there's an Ultimate Gaming Party at Off the Rails Brewery in Sunnyvale, downtown Sunnyvale. Shout outs to Murphy Ave. Sunnyvale represent. That's on April 7th. That's probably not going to be super populated given that Slashback is running. And then Slugfest number 100 is finally April 10th. So that is the big one that Caps has been promoting. That's next Wednesday, I think. So those are your upcoming events for April 1st. Looking forward to that. Lastly, we have a tier list of the week. That is not accurate. So this week it is very me-centric. This is one that I've kind of been thinking about doing for a while, and I didn't have a better idea this week. I want to do a Helldivers primary weapon tier list, but I don't have everything yet, and there's a new battle pass coming. So holding off on that. Spoiler alert for the future. So this is a fairly comprehensive list of all of the characters I have, like, quote-unquote mained in all of the games that I've kind of cared about or, you know, tried to be good at. There are a few on here that I didn't include, like Punch Planet and Third Strike and Yatagarasu, like, that I never really took seriously. Turn off attribution. Boop. There we go. But yeah. And then the tier list we're working with is carried versus uncarried. So did the character carry me? Did we both put in work? Or was the character just not worth playing and I'm an idiot? totally possible. You never know. Oh yeah, in the chat, Dread is saying stacked week. Yes, Slashback plus 2 other like weeklies and monthlies and like just wow. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to make it to Saturday of Slashback, but hoping to maybe make it on Sunday. Check it out. Cool. So probably easy to start with like the kind of the currents. So Kimberly, I don't think Kimberly's that bad. She is lacking, but she is scary. She definitely doesn't give you anything for free. So I think Kimberly in Street Fighter 6 is straight up both put in work tier. You can do some stupid paint can setups and all that, but ultimately there is parry in the game. So there's only so much mixing you can do. Her normals are decent. She has some fun buttons and fun setups and things like that, but you know, she's good. She's not great. She's not bad. So I think that's pretty solidly and both put in work tier. Ooh, Dreaded trying to get ahead. I don't agree with everything Dreaded is saying, but wait, I said I was starting with current games. So Brian, both in Tekken 7 and Tekken 8, I think you both have to put in work. I think he's very good, but he doesn't have free like 50-50s off of button strings, and so you actually have to work for the 50-50s. Obviously, like taunt, jet upper, taunt, back 4 are bullshit, but you have to be able to do them. I can't do them yet. It's not free. It is a skill that you have to work on. But he does crazy damage. His wall pressure is scary. Like he's straightforward. He gets results. So I think you both have to put in work, but totally fine. And that's in 7 and 8. And then yeah, transitioning into 7th, Dreaded is correct. Where is she? Oops. Nope. Oh, tier list. What's happening? Oh, something's not happy. Yeah, Kunimitsu is like fucking Fisher Price training wheels, like so fucking easy. 114 is like the most degenerate frame trap string of your life. Her damage is good. She has stances and mix-ups and all sorts of things. The only thing like difficult about her is she has a lot of stances and things to worry about, but just her basic tools are so good. She has the Noctis, teleport, projectile, normal. Like I wish OBS would do that. She's very good, top tier. She got nerfed a little bit, but I think Arslan was still playing her at the end of Tekken 7's lifespan, so like totally good. The Kuni in Tekken 8, I think, is Victor. I think you play Victor if you were like a diehard Kuni player, because Gunshot is very similar. You could also maybe play Raven, but I don't actually know enough about Raven to know if he's similar or not. But God, Kuni was so good, so easy. Going back to current gen, May from Guilty Gear Strive. I think you have to both put in work, especially as the game has gotten crazier and crazier, and Wild Assault has given more people more of what May does, and her updates haven't been as meaningful. Obviously, Slash just had a really good performance at Arc Revo Tour, so she is good. I'm not sure how many people in Discord are just fucking with me, or how many people actually think she's like top tier. She is good. She does crazy damage, but so many characters have caught up to her. I think you both have to put in work. Her game plan is pretty straightforward, but ultimately she's just a pretty basic charge character. None of the combos are too crazy. And then Xrd, I'm not really as confident in putting. She may actually be maybe carried tier in Xrd, but you do have to work on dolphin cancels, which are non-trivial. It is like a tech that you have to work on. She is cool. She has way more fun stuff in Xrd. The reason I picked her up is because grounded normals are air unblockable. And so if you caught someone jumping with her 2H, it was 2H up dolphin, 2H up dolphin. That was like a third to a half of their health, depending on guts and where you were. But then again, she is not. She was. Xrd was crazy. But she had dolphin cancels and a way better beach ball and crazy damage. Yeah, I'm not an Xrd. She might actually be in like carried me status. Saying that 2H just deletes people is kind of absurd. I could not do a lot of that stuff, but she's dope. She's a lot of fun in Xrd, and I wish she had a little bit more of that in Strive. But I still like May's iteration in Strive. She's good. Let's see what else here. Where do I want to go? Well, yeah, we'll work backwards to 5. So okay. Dreaded says Laura is carried. I actually like super disagree. Her EX clap being +2 and then leading into kind of just a basic ass mix up for 1 meter was not really anything that special. As soon as people started being able to react to command dash mix-ups, she got a lot less real. The cross-under mix-ups, again, are very real, but you had to spend a meter for it, versus characters with much more degenerate game plans. There was a time where stand and medium kick was 5 frames, and she was fucked up. Like, no joke. Amazing character. So good. She got nerfed a little bit here and there, and like it was never quite the same. And then at the end of Street Fighter's lifespan, once we got V Shift, all grapplers, not just Laura, all grapplers got hit so much that like I really didn't enjoy playing her that much anymore. It was not good. So there were definitely points in Street Fighter V's life where maybe Laura would have been in carried mid tier, but really you had to pilot her correctly. You had to know all of the setups. You had to know the V trigger stuff, like what the frame advantages ended up being, all of that. IDOM really carried that character. It was not Laura's not a problem. IDOM is a problem. I will die on that hill. But I'm gonna say both put in work. She definitely had some scrub killer bullshit, but at higher levels, like she was not as scary as some of the other casts. So I don't think she was, call me a Dom player. I don't think she was carried mid here. Call me a Dom player. I don't give a fuck. You're not on camera. I am. What up? Where's my other? There we go. Cool. So also in Street Fighter V, Gil. I love Gil. He's a lot of fun to play. He has serious problems, and he's not really worth like maining. But as a secondary that you take kind of seriously, he's a lot of fun. Great. Like, he has the really interesting retribution system instead of crush counters, which is a weird choice to take crush counters away from him. But like, he has the fun combo structure that eventually ended up being boiled down into like, here's what you do. But there was still some on the fly things you could do and like conversions and things like that. He's not bad. He just really wasn't worth playing, unfortunately, especially when Urina was so dominant for so long. But a lot of fun. I still really like him. I think he was probably my second most played by the end of the lifespan. Also in Street Fighter V, I had a fling with Manat. She was a lot of work. To get the most out of her, she had some of the hardest combos in the game. But at the base level, her normals were crazy. She had some pretty good frame data. You could go easy mode with the other V trigger at a certain point and get away with some cheaper stuff. So I think you both had to put in work. But her ceiling was incredibly high. I never got to that ceiling. I picked her up as a pocket for someone else at work, thinking she would be better into the Guile matchup than Laura, which was a miserable matchup. But ultimately, I think she wasn't overpowered. The best of the best made her look absolutely disgusting. But ultimately, you did have to work for it because she had some of the harder combos of the game. Yeah, going back to Dreaded, yeah, Sub-Zero. I played MKX for Mate or 11. I think it was 11. For like not that much. I just learned the Sub-Zero 50-50 and could take games off of people. He's stupid easy. It's either slide or not slide, like whatever, man. I'm not an NRS player, but yes, Sub-Zero 1000% carried me in my lazy attempt at being able to play that at the office with people. It wasn't fun for anyone. I didn't enjoy it. They didn't enjoy it. It's bad. Let's see. Where do I want to go? Yeah, okay. Yeah, Fong already got to the crux of a lot of this, all the uni characters. So definitely not worth a squeeze. This category was originally called Made Me Actively Hate the Game I Was Playing, but I realized that was just for these 3 characters. So first was Carmine. I tried to learn Carmine in Uni 1, right? Whatever we were playing at the time. He uses his own health, and he's really set up heavy, and he just like wasn't that good despite using his own health. Unlike like a lot of times those characters are kind of overtuned to make up for using their own health. June in Tekken. So Carmine, I was like, man, fuck this. I'm gonna pick a different character. Then I saw that Batista had reverse charge inputs. So she has an up to down charge, not a down to up charge like a Guile flash kick. An up to down charge. And I was like, that sounds like fun. And then on top of that, she has negative edge. So fuck me. I'm not, like, my execution is okay. I can't do that, but I thought I could. So I spent a lot of time trying to make Batista work. Ended up giving up. Then I went to Yuzuriha because I thought stances are cool and swords are cool. And then you find out that her B&Bs are absurd. Just like very quick. A lot of actions quickly, like all of the time. You're always buffering. She has some tech. I forget what it is. It's on the stance. You go stance / and then there's a thing you do. Anyway, she's, again, very complicated. Under Night was not a game I was taking super seriously, but I thought she was cool. I like the stance. I like the big sword. Yeah, she takes time to learn, and I just didn't have the drive to master her, and my execution maybe wasn't up to par. Which then brought me to, we finally ran a tournament for We Take Those, and I wanted to participate, so I picked up a grappler. And I think Mika is just stupid and fun, and I made up some combos, and she got me like second or third. So pretty fun. Little girl, big grappler, big fists. She has like rocket jumps and stuff. So she got me where I needed to be without feeling like I was being too basic, playing like Akatsuki or something. So that's where I finally wound up on Uni. If I end up picking up Unicycle, I will probably pick up the Shield guy because he seems fun. But we'll see. But yeah, Uni really wasn't good. Finally asking who got first in the Uni tourney. I don't remember. It was probably you as the resident Uni head. But I did get second or third, and I felt a little bad about it because I barely play that game. Anyway, we'll go next to the weird ones. So this one takes some explanation. I've played a couple teams in Dragon Ball Fighters, but I always have Krillin as point. He's my guy. It's funny. It's stupid. He has Destructo Disc, which I think is one of the coolest games in Dragon Ball. He's great. For most of the life of Dragon Ball, he was not good. He is now apparently one of the best assists in the game, so this is a little skewed. But he just like, he got power crept so quickly with DLC and stuff. But I love him. He's just like Gil, where like he wasn't worth playing, but I love him so much. One of his moves is throwing rocks in a Dragon Ball game. Everyone else is throwing ki blasts and like command grabs and like teleports. No, homie just throws a rock. Like, fuck you. Like, eh. Anyway, Krillin's great. He is worth the squeeze because he's great and he's actually really good now. Fong saying, put some respect on Yamcha. Yeah, Yamcha was like really hot for a moment. I think he had I think there's like a patch where Yamcha is really good too. But again, it's a little weird because it's a team game and he's 1/3 of the team. But Krillin has always been my like absolutely must-have point character. I always start with Krillin. He is my man. So kudos to him. He's not worth playing. Well, he wasn't worth playing, but he's the best. He is now worth playing 100%. Next, I didn't go too deep in this game, but I do think Udana, she was my also like always include in Battle for the Grid, Power Rangers Battle for the Grid. Kind of like Sub-Zero, she has a freeze state, so you can get some really easy combo conversions. You just throw out the freeze ball. If it hits, you get whatever combo you want. She has some really good normals. But yeah, mostly it's just because the freeze state gives you an extra juggle state that other characters might not have access to. A lot of characters have various special juggle states, but hers is super straightforward. It freezes them. You have all the time in the world. So shout out to Udana for carrying me through that game. I wound up getting into like gold or something and then kind of moving on from that game. Mostly I just needed to be able to beat my brother at it, so I did that. I think my team was like Udana, Ryu, Shiba at the end, but regardless, shout outs to ice characters. I love them. They're the best. We'll just go next for like characters that I didn't really spend a ton of time with, or games that I didn't, really fall in love with. Arya, I think in Killer Instinct is good, and a lot of her stances, you switch out components, are quite good. But I do think you have to put some work in with her. You can get left without some important tools if you let your various stances die. They each have different health. So you can lose, like, she has one that's just a big sword on her arm. Like, you can lose that, and then you lose your DP. It's like, it's interesting. But I mostly played Killer Instinct out of spite. So if I'm wrong on this, like, don't hold it against me. But I do think you had to put some work in with Arya despite some very strong tools and some very degenerate tools. But you still had to manage 3 stances, various health bars, all this stuff. So I think she was balanced well in a game of, like, ridiculous characters. So Arya is super cool. Definitely motivated me to play that game a little bit and, like, figure out some fun stuff. Because she's a cool robot lady, and her knee is a shotgun. Let me repeat that. Her knee is a shotgun. It's pretty cool, if you ask me. But yeah, I did make my life harder. I could have played Jago and just been Ryu, like, whatever. But for some reason, Arya spoke to me. I don't remember why. Okay, so this is a tough one. I don't know BlazBlue well enough. I think Rachel is actually top tier, but at my level, she wasn't good, and I didn't know how to use her unique action. So just to play it safe, I'm gonna say both put in work. I haven't really picked one up since I've gotten, I'm not gonna say good, better at fighting games, like more competent. But I mostly played BlazBlue in college. I didn't really know what I was doing. Headset died again. What is? It's plugged in. How are you dying? Anyway, I like tricky trap characters. You can set the pillars up that then get electrified. You have the frog that hops across the screen. Like, I love all that kind of dumb projectile shit. Her wind combos, I think, are somewhat challenging. Yeah, I'm sure she can be OP at high levels because of the her special ability brings wind in, and it affects both characters. So anytime you can influence the other character's movement or whatever, like, that's always strong. But she definitely didn't carry me because I still could barely beat the people I was playing with. Assuming I even did. But that is, for some reason, I liked the little vampire gothic girl in BlazBlue. Bang is also cool because he's like a Power Ranger, but again, for whatever reason, Rachel spoke to me. Maybe I'm a little gothic Lolita girl on the inside. Who knows? The world will never know. Where do I want it? Okay, we'll end on my like first true love. So we're gonna go Nightmare. In Soul Calibur 2 specifically. Soul Calibur 2, Nightmare's a fucking beast. Before they split him off into Siegfried and Nightmare, which is bullshit, because Siegfried got enough of the good moves that Nightmare is now not as much fun. Nightmare just hit you like 3 times and you were just done in Soul Calibur 2. My brother got me, he won a Platinum Nintendo GameCube that I still have somewhere over there in a Donkey Konga contest that, like, Hollywood Video or Blockbuster put on. He already had a GameCube. So he won a rhythm game contest, won a GameCube, and gave it to me for Christmas or my birthday. I forget. And then I went to Circuit City? No, Comp USA. I went to Comp USA and bought Soul Calibur 2 and played it for like 2 weeks straight. It was the only game I had for the system. And I fucking loved Nightmare. Nightmare and Link were my boy. So Soul Calibur 2 Nightmare has a special place in my heart. He hits like a truck. The move where you stab through him and then flip him over is like great for just cheesing people out over the ledge. It's just great. I don't actually know if he's like top tier or anything in that game, but if you're just playing casually with your friends in high school like I was, he's a monster. Until someone picks Maxi and just mashes buttons, but he's great. Love him. Soul Calibur 2, special place in my heart. Have not spent as much time with any further Soul Calibur 2. But yeah, put Siegfried and Nightmare back into one. The split is bullshit. I need all those moves in one guy. Next, fairly recent. This is original Grand Blue, not Grand Blue Rising, because I believe she is no longer that good. Make very good again, please. I don't want to learn a new character. Fairy, definitely. Like, she is Dulcim on steroids. Her normals were absurd. She had fairly easy Oki setups with Gigi, her little cat that goes out and shocks you. She has a DP. So a zoner with a DP is like awesome. Love it. Give me more. So she was really good in vanilla and even like mid-life Grand Blue. I think she did fall off towards the end of original Grand Blue. And I don't think she's good in Rising right now. I think she just got power crept too much. But at launch or whatever, like, Fairy was fucking good, man. And her Oki was not hard to set up or follow through with. You could just throw out the DP when you needed it, or she has the hula hoop move. She like whips around her, and like it was safe on block as a get off me tool or a really safe combo ender. So Fairy definitely carried me. There were some other good characters in that game. Like, she was not the only good character, but she absolutely was like a cheat code for getting some wins early on in the Grand Blue life cycle. Pretty much people had to know how to spot dodge and roll, or I don't know what it's called, but the forward dodge, and to get in on you. Otherwise, you just anti-air them all day, and like they can't do shit. It was great. Great character. Had a lot of fun. So finally, the character that I took seriously for the first time I started going to tournaments and all of that, is Street Fighter 4 Ibuki. I did experiment with some other characters, but I think she's the only one I would really consider, like, that's who I did. This is similar to Laura, so I think you both have to put in work. She did have some of the most bullshit vortex in the game, which came and went through various patches. Via Ultra with delayed tech, you no longer had a guaranteed nigh unblockable setup. So at the end of the life, she was weaker, but she was always considered a theoretical top tier. But really, Sakonoko was the only... Sako was the only person doing anything with her. And part of that is because her B&B and Samuji loops required a one-frame link. And it was on Light Punch, which you couldn't plink under normal circumstances. You had to modify your stick to have select to do the slink on a different button or something like that. So she had weird limitations that some other characters didn't have. Nothing in her kit was like crazy overpowered. She wasn't like a evil Ryu level of dominant or a Seth, anything like that. But she had a theoretical ceiling that was insane. And Sakonoko did do quite well with her, but he never won like an Evo or anything. So she was a theoretical top tier, but even at her base level, she had some really good tools. Back medium punch was an incredible anti-air. She had a DP. She had EX neckbreaker, which beat fireballs. So I always looked at her as kind of like a Shoto killer. So it was nice. Like, if I went up against a Ryu of middling ability, you just, anytime they throw a fireball, you EX neckbreaker, you throw on some Oki, all that, like, you're fine. She was good. She wasn't great. And she had a theoretical top tier ceiling that was a lot of fun to play. And yeah, just kind of like Laura, where only Idom really did anything with her. Really, Sako was the only Ibuki player doing anything of note, whereas a bunch of people had like pocket evil Ryus and things like that. So I think that's kind of where I come up. So from this, I would say I tend to play characters that are not easy peasy lemon squeezy, as someone said in the chat earlier. I have fucked with some characters that aren't great. 3 of them almost made me swear off a game forever. Man, Under Night was a tough nut for me to crack, and I still don't think I am that great at it, nor do I think I enjoy it all that much. But I will pick up Unicycle at some point. But so I dabble in top tiers, mostly play mid tiers, and then if I think a character is fun, I will stick with them regardless of tier, but otherwise they might turn me off a game. Anyway, that was a very indulgent 20 minutes. We're way over budget on time. I'm just not realizing. But 6K, really? 6K? 6 out of my whole career? That's top tier? That's not good? I don't know if I agree. I think that's a pretty reasonable spread personally. But yeah, so that was a very indulgent and self-reflective tier list. But that was one that I'd been thinking about for a while, just as a like get to know the host of the show. So that is my jam. I'm sure there's one or two characters that I forgot, and again, like I've played like Yatagarasu and Punch Planet and Third Strike, but I wouldn't say I have like a main in any of those or any meaningful insight. Even then, like I really didn't play Soul Calibur at a competitive level, but Nightmare's the homie. So that is episode 9 of We Talk Those, which means next week at 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time here in San Jose will be episode number 10. It is noteworthy. It is the 10th one. I'm not sure that I will have anything special in line, but maybe I will try to find something. But otherwise, I will see everyone back on Tuesday, 8 p.m. for episode number 10 and calling this one a wrap. So thanks everyone for hanging out. And shout outs to Steve for being wrong about Reese's Pieces. It's fine. It's okay. It's okay to be wrong. Bye-bye.